If we miss the point of the covenant God made through Moses, we misread the entire Old Testament. Even worse, we misunderstand what it actually means to live under the new covenant today. One common misconception frames the Mosaic Law as a rigid, failed religious system of ancient rules. But there is an opposite extreme. Many modern believers treat that ancient law as their daily operating system. They know Jesus saves, but they still try to earn God's approval through pressure, fear, and strict rule-keeping. This highlights the core paradox of Mount Sinai. The covenant was a holy gift that revealed God's standard of holiness, yet it simultaneously became an unbearable, heavy burden. Why would God give such a strict, comprehensive law to a people he already knew couldn't keep it? If it couldn't save them, what was the actual purpose of this holy burden? To answer that, we have to look at the historical timeline. The specific order of events dismantles the idea that Israel had to earn their salvation through the law. Long before a single commandment was written in stone, God rescued Israel from slavery in Egypt. It was an act of grace. This timeline diagrams the events. Node A is redemption, node B is the law. God rescued them first, then gave instructions. The direction matters, grace before obligation. This covenant wasn't universal. It formed this redeemed group into a distinct nation. It operated as a national charter, governing their justice system, their worship, and their identity as a kingdom of priests set apart from the surrounding nations. The law provided the blueprint for their new communal life. It was never intended to be the mechanism of their rescue. But the covenant at Sinai was conditional. God told them, "If you obey my voice and keep my covenant," meaning that blessings and curses were directly tied to Israel's obedience. The law functioned as a holy mirror. It reflected divine holiness, revealing the fractured reality of the human condition. The limitation: the mirror exposed the darkness, but couldn't fix the cracks. Acting as a diagnostic tutor, it generated a continuous error state, proving humanity required mercy. It could command, but not transform. It could expose, but not remove. Define holiness, but not produce it. The heavy burden of Sinai was necessary to reveal the tragedy of human rebellion. It proved that a set of rules could never save us. The Mosaic Covenant was a purposeful, holy gift. It served as a temporary guide, pointing toward a final destination. Jesus Christ is that destination. He achieved what the nation of Israel could not. He perfectly embodied the covenant faithfulness that the law required, fulfilling every righteous intention of Sinai. He carried the burden of the broken law and took on its curse. By becoming the true sacrifice, he ended the old order of accusation. This is the paradigm shift of the new covenant. God dissolves those external demands written on stone. Instead, through his Spirit, he internalizes the law, writing it directly onto the human heart. This means we can abandon the divided mind. We do not have to live under the weight of Sinai, as if we are still earning our place at God's table. We can honor the Mosaic Law as a vital step in God's story, while finally resting in Christ, the one who exposed our sin and then removed it.